All right, here we go. Thank you, Nikita, for organizing this. I'm sure Anda will love it. I'll go over each question one by one and share my answer. Good luck, Anda. Question number one, what would your partner say are your worst habits? So I think Anda will say that I can be a bit stubborn. I can be a bit direct. Blame that on my Dutchness, maybe. I think she'll also say that I smoke too much. Question number two, what are their worst habits? I would say Anda's pretty flawless. Sometimes a bit forgetful, but that's okay. We all are. She doesn't drink that often, but sometimes she forgets her limits. So, all right. Question number three. What was the best present they ever gave you? A couple years ago, Anda got me a guitar, which I still think is one of the coolest gifts. Although I haven't done it justice, I still need to learn how to play. A couple years before that, Anda surprised me by taking me to climb the O2. And I think that was a really fun surprise. I really enjoyed that too. It's still very, very memorable. Question number four. What are you most likely to argue about? Say one of the reasons I love Anda is that we don't argue too much unless we're maybe stressed or tired, in which case we'll probably just be a bit snappy with each other about minor misunderstandings. But we always make up, and we never go to bed angry. Question number five, what are they most scared of? I think Anda's afraid of snakes, although we haven't really been exposed to too many. I know she doesn't really like spiders either. Otherwise, it could be losing her cat, right? I mean, that's also, I think, something that would probably scare her. Question number six, what is their guilty pleasure? I would say it's probably either Instagram or maybe a spot of shopping occasionally. Although I wouldn't say she's a shopaholic either. Question number seven, what is their most embarrassing moment? I think this one Anda will know because we still laugh about it. So story time. We were cycling in the panhandle of Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. So Anda was visiting me in San Francisco while I was out there. And on the road, you could see these markings here, right? Like painted on the road, and it was like an X and then ING. And so Anda asked, like, what does this mean? Like, sing? Is it because we're close to Chinatown? And I mean, it's just X-ing. The road was really small, so they couldn't write crossing. But we still laugh about that, and I still think it was a very, very cute misunderstanding. I'll move on to question number 8. What is their proudest moment? I'm not entirely sure. I would say that recently she won her first tennis match. I think as far as like a recent moment that I know she's been very happy and very proud about. Definitely fits the bill. Question number 9. What were their exact words when they proposed? I'm going to assume the question here is when I proposed. I don't fully remember actually what she did say. Other than that, she said yes, and I think that was really the only thing that mattered to me in the moment. Question number 10. Where in the world do you most want to travel together? So we've talked about it for some time. We always thought Japan would be an interesting destination, and but just as luck would have it, we have some friends getting married there, and towards the end of this year, so we'll be able to go. So I think that'll be a fun trip. Otherwise, I know that we've talked about doing a prolonged trip around Australia, New Zealand, Southeast Asia. or potentially South America or Patagonia and such. I think we've got plenty of time for those. Question number 11. If your partner could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would it be? Maybe this will sound silly, but probably her all of her pet cats. I'd probably have a tea party with all of them like she did when she was a kid. I think it'd be pretty cute. Question number 12. What's the most romantic thing they've done for you? I would say Anda's she's not super romantic. I mean, she has her moments. But by accepting to marry me, I mean, I think that's pretty romantic, and I would say that is by far the most romantic thing she's done for me. Question number 13. What's the one thing apart from you that they couldn't live without? And that I think is pretty easy. It'd probably be her cat. Question number 14. If they could have a superpower, what would it be? These are difficult questions. I'm not sure. I don't think we've actually talked about this, but knowing Anda, maybe she'd like to read minds, something like that. Question number 15. If your partner could be famous for anything, what would it be? We have joked about this. I don't know if this is what she'll say, but I'm sure she wouldn't be unhappy being known for having created a cat sanctuary or something like that. Question number 16, who is the funniest? Sorry, Anda. I think this one probably goes to me. Although Anda definitely has her moments. Question 17, who takes the longest to get ready? Happy to give this one to Anda. Although here too, she's actually very reasonable. Question number 18, who is the best answer? Well, considering Anda was part of a semi-professional dance troupe when she was younger, I can't really hold a candle to that. But I think I moved pretty well for a pale guy. Question 19, who gets the last word? Okay, so for this one, I hate to say it, but probably me. It's more so poor reflection on me, actually, I would say. Being stubborn and just, wanting to make sure that we have a resolution on things that we talk about. Question number 20, who takes up the most room in bed? I honestly, I don't think either of us do. We've been together a while, and very rarely is one person hogging the blanket, or I would say we kind of alternate who is spooning the other. So we both kind of share the middle. Question 21. Who does most of the cooking and housework? These days, Anda does more of those two. I have more other responsibilities, like outside, the bins. I think we're very very heteronormative in that way. Question 22, who is the better cook? I would say Anda's definitely more inspired, and she's overall an amazing cook, considering she's entirely self-taught. I think I'm also not too bad. I also really enjoy it. I think might be better at the prep, the mise en place, the chopping and such. Question 23, where was your first kiss? This one I'll always remember. It was in my bedroom in Manor Hall in first year of uni, February 1st, 2014. Question 24. Where did you go for your first date? This one isn't as clear cut for me, and that's just because we knew each other as colleagues beforehand. I do remember our first official dinner might have been at either like the Cowshed or maybe even Glassboat. I'm not 100% sure if that was the case though. I do remember our first very memorable date was after, or was going to a jazz funk soul event at what was then the Big Chill. Question 25. What is their favorite book? I've thought about this one. I don't know if she has any, or at least none that we've discussed. But maybe she'll correct me. Question 26. What's the most surprising thing you've learned about your partner since getting engaged? I don't think I've actually been surprised by anything new, which I guess is a good thing. I knew she wasn't going to be a bridezilla. It's just not really her personality. And I mean, so far it's been the case. So far. Question 27. This is the last one. What are you most looking forward to about being married to your partner? This one's an easy one. That's just continuing to do everything that we already love and just kind of continue to live our lives. So whether that's cooking together, playing tennis, just waking up next to her in the morning, that's what I'm most looking forward to. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the hen.